here we are. We got compound turbos. I started putting them in the other night. The turbo kit showed up on Friday afternoon. It went to the wrong address. I had to go hunt it down. Wasn't here till like 3. I was planning on starting it on Saturday. Everybody went home early on Friday. I really enjoy working when no one's here. Sorry, but I hate all you guys. Just kidding. But no, I just really like working when no one's around. Just work and there's like no noise like that. I don't know if this is like an autism thing or not, but for some reason, I don't mind noise if I'm making it. Like if I'm working, using impact guns, hitting stuff, whatever, with hammers, I don't mind that noise. But if I'm working over here and there's noise over there and like a bunch of other noises, I hate that. Drives me crazy. So I stayed here Friday night. I started the turbo kit. Basically, we got a MPP, Maryland Performance Products, compound turbo kit. We also have their intercooler piping kit, which is at powder coat right now. But pretty simple kit, basically. So there's your factory turbo right here. Your factory downpipe would normally go in the back. It would go out the side. Factory downpipe would actually, normally your downpipe would just elbow out, go down. How this works is this turbo right here, this is our secondary atmospheric turbo, they would call it. This flange right here, this bracket, mounts to the valve cover via a billet block. Mounts to the valve cover. That mount is welded to the T4 flange on the intermediate pipe. So basically your stock back of your stock turbo, you have an intermediate pipe, comes out of the turbo, connects to the T4 flange on this turbo, which would normally be your downpipe, but your downpipe is connected to a second turbo. Now, the backside of that turbo is your new downpipe. Your new downpipe is big, very big.
The one back
there? This big fella right here goes back and down. That's a pain in the ass to get in. So the guy who makes the kits was telling me like, oh, you know, I moved the up pipe, take the ECU out, this and that. I wasn't really trying to do that. So instead, I lifted the cab up like 4 inches, unbolted the bottom of it, jacked it up with a floor jack, slid the downpipe in place, lowered the thing back down, put the turbo, lower the thing back down. Turbo has to get mounted because you get to these 2 bolts on the flange pretty easily, but you have a bolt here and a bolt here that are turbo flange bolts that mount to your intermediate pipe. So the only way to put the intermediate pipe in the turbo on without kind of making it impossible is you put the turbo, you mount just the actual turbo housing onto the intermediate pipe, and then you put that big intermediate pipe on in one shot with the turbo. Really tricky to do with one person, but I was the only one here and it was Friday night, so I was like, you know, let's just try it. So basically I jacked the cab back up to get myself some more room. I put the backside of the intermediate pipe on the turbo, got the V-band clamp on it. It was a little tricky, and then I left this one just floating. Like I kind of just rested on the bracket because there's, if you can see, handoff, if you can see in the back there, we've got a little bit of a flex pipe on the back of the intermediate pipe. So basically what I did was I just let this turbo rest right here, got that snug, then I got it like positioned pretty much where I wanted it. I let it rest right on the thing where the bolt holes were like close to being perfect, and they weren't perfect, but they were right there. Then I cranked down on the V-band, then I gave it a little bit of a push. It like had to go over like that much, tiny little shove, let the flex pipe do its job, threw those bolts in nice and tight, connected the down pipe, dropped the cab back down, had to move a couple wires back there for the ECU, cleaned up all the wiring, neatened up, had to move some factory sensors. Yeah, stupid. It's gonna be really cool though. Not that I hate doing, but one thing I'm not a fan of is like mix matching a bunch of parts, like companies. So like No Limit, this company who I got the line kit from, also makes a compound kit, and they make an oil pan like I just put in. MPP, where we got the compound kit, makes one of these kits, but it's only for high output trucks. And then the company that made the pan makes one of these kits. They also make a compound kit. So all 3 of these companies that we've used so far in this video make all the same parts, and we used a mix match of all of it, just to, like based on what was available and what saved costs. This, I could do something with this right now, I think, because I got to put that standoff pipe in that's covered right now. It's empty. So that standoff pipe is going to get, I believe this comes off the heater core. This goes into here, I believe, and comes off the heater core, right? Should be something like this, or like this actually. Should go heater core, out like this, should go over the downpipe into this guy right here, like this. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this works something like that. I gotta look at it, make sure before I go putting stuff in. And then I know this line is gonna go last because that's gotta go after everything. Well, this guy is gonna go like this down here into that heater core, and then where's that hole? Did I leave it open? No, I thought I taped it. Where that standoff pipe came out of. Oh, right here. Then that's gonna go up like this into here. So this line comes from the heater core. It replaces this big ugly T, which is why we do it, because it replaces, this would normally come from the heater core like this, well, like this. This would come out, this comes out of the top of the motor. This sits on that like that. This goes into the motor. This line goes across into a T, connects to this, or connects to it this way. Like, then this would sit on top like this, goes into the radiator right here, then goes across into that tank hole, and then this would literally sit right like here in this prong, and then that T, so that standoff pipe would come out of here, it would come up here, this T would go across to there, that would go across to there. Fucking disgusting, looks hideous, and a lot of people when they delete them, they'll just like take part of that T and tee it into here and leave the line like straight across the middle of the engine. That goes right over the, would be that Y bridge pipe. But because we're putting a intercooler piping kit on it, we're giving them their name, but it's right on the box 8,000 times. But they basically make this kit, so this will go onto the radiator like this, across the rad support, go into the tank, eliminate the T, and then the other spot obviously goes across. So it gets rid of everything connecting, and because it doesn't really need to connect.
Did it fall through?
Yeah.
Here you go. Here you go.
I got diesel on my fingers, so they're slippery. Crankcase vent. My crank vent, like rear out kit is coming tomorrow, and that was like slightly in my way, so I was like, you know what, let me just take it out right now.
Like this.
I'm pulling this back out. I'm gonna fucking. Facing the opposite side of the hose, perfect. Just what I suspected. I think it is an H4. Do we think it's an H4? Comment below if you think it's a. Yeah, we did it. Thanks, guys. I think I'm done.
Looks cool.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a 4 to 6 hour install time. What saved me was because you have to move like all the factory piping and everything to do all that, which is kind of, I guess, the longest part of it, all that, but I already had it out of the way. That's why I'm doing this all in one time. The reason why we're changing the oil pan is because we need this guy. So this is gonna sit basically something like this, I think. No, something like this, I believe, in the truck. I gotta put this in and see. Oh, that landed on my toe. Let's go down yonder.
All right.
residual. You don't want none of that there residual oil dropping down into your motor, boy, because that'll be a messy boy. You don't want that down yonder. You don't want this down by the creek, because this is contamination for the sea bass. You don't want that. That'd be bad. You're gonna have a bad time.
Rage, money, power, and
Oh, come on. Yeah. All right. Don't let go of it though, because I don't want it to spin with no oil. I didn't prime it. So yeah, that's a wrap for this video. All right, this is gonna be mostly the compound kit, but there are a couple other quick things that we did upgrade while the truck was in here since the first video. I added a steering stabilizer that's under the truck, can't see it. We did the compound kit. I added a sound system. We did a custom leather wrapped box with 2 Hertz Audio 12s. We did a Hertz Audio amp for those 12s. We did another amp for the rest of the stock B&O speakers in the truck. Did this little Zen module thing that hooks all of it up. We're trying to tune it right now because I just finished that up. We put the Cervini's cowl hood on it. That wasn't here in time for the first trip with the truck. That got here. My sister Jennifer's did some airbrushing under the hood to match the tailgate. Not really match, it's like similar vibes, but this is like a more like douchey version for under the hood. Yeah, compounds, obviously. I just put a new valve body in it. That's not a great thing. But anyways, yeah, we put a new valve body in it. I did that like 2 days ago. What else did I do?
That was pretty.
What else did I do? I feel like there's something I'm missing, but you know what? It's whatever.
If you remember it on the road trip, I'll just include it on the text.
Yeah, I don't know. We did something else probably. I can't remember what it was. But anyways, there's that. And hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more of this truck, I'll be probably posting it on my Instagram, my TikTok. We'll get a Facebook one of these days. Subscribe to the YouTubes. We got more videos coming all the time. Tell us what you want to see videos of. We're gonna do some more stuff. Ooh, we got a cool little project. What?
That's it. That's all they get in. That's all they get in.
I don't know if they can see that yet. That's top secret. I've been telling people about that car, but not about that car for a couple months now. That's a little project that I ordered some wheels for that the other day, and they're gonna be so sick. Pan to those wheels and. Ooh, wow, it would be really crazy if that car matched that truck really nice. What? I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I never heard any of that. All right, guys, so that's a wrap on this video. If you want to get a compound turbo kit like this or any of the fueling or accessory stuff that we did under the hood of this truck, hit up blessedperformance.com. Talk to Matt, talk to Uncle Dennis, and yeah, they'll get you right. Use code 612AutoWorks at checkout. I don't think we actually have a code, but maybe we'll try to get one. But yeah, hit them up. and they I think they keep pretty much all this stuff in stock. So fast shipping, good prices, good people.